Morning Southdale. I've got a computing task for you today and it's to make your own animated videos. I'm going to show you step by step in a moment how to do it, and the ones we're going to try to do this week are going to be based on our favourite book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. Okay, so I've switched screen to my phone now, and the app we want to choose is called Keynote. It should be on your device already if it's an Apple device. So I'm going to click on my app that says Keynote, and I'm just going to go to the screen that you will be on. You should get a screen like this, or you might get a screen like this. Either way, if it's not, you need to click on New or you need to click on Add. Once you've got the screen like this one, we need to choose the presentation you want, and we want the basic white one. So I'm going to click on basic white. What I'm going to do now is click on these parts and just delete them, because what we're wanting for this is a completely white screen. When you're doing these, it might not work exactly like it is on my phone on my screen. I've learnt this from a video from a teacher called Mr. P, and I had to pause it and play it a couple of times and have a real good play around on my phone before I could make it work. So it will take a bit of perseverance. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to press plus. So you can see that blue plus at the top. I'm going to click on that. And I am going to click on drawing, because I want to draw my first character. My first character is going to be the mole. What else you might need to do is Google the boy, the mole, the fox and the horse on images and just have a look at what they actually do look like. Across the bottom I've got my range of pencils and a rubber and a fill button. I'm going to click on a rubber so it doesn't make any marks, and I'm just going to expand my screen with my fingers until it says maximum. I like drawing with the crayon. I'm going to choose the crayon, keep it black. I'm going to have that line. Okay, and to draw the mole, I'm going to start with his feet. I can do it a bit bigger than I want it, so I'm going to draw a round circle there for 1 foot and another round circle above it, and join those up with a little bit of a line. I'm going to draw his face, and I'm going to draw his body, which is a little bit like a big drop of rain, like so, and I'm just going to colour this part in. Doesn't look much like a mole, but it is, and it will look like the drawings in the book. None of his drawings are perfect, none of them are completely finished, but that's what makes it easy and good to copy. So I'm going to click done now, and I'm going to expand out of my screen. So can you see now it's a lot smaller, and click off it. Possibly a little bit too small, so I'm going to make him a little bit bigger. And if I click on him, I can move him around. I'm going to sit him in this corner. Now the next animal I'm going to draw for this presentation is the horse. Now because I'm not very good at drawing, I'm going to cheat a little bit. So I'm going to click on my plus, and I'm going to click on the shapes, which is the third one across on mine. And I'm going to click at the top on the one that says animals, and I'm going to choose the horse. And there's a horse. I need to make it bigger. So I'm going to stretch it up here, and I'm going to stretch it again. And in a minute I'm going to delete it, but before I do that I'm going to draw around it. In fact, I'm going to have the first 2 legs and the head. To draw around it, I'm drawing around it in black, and it is black, so I need to change the colour first. So if I click on the paintbrush at the top, I'm going to make my horse blue. I need to click on style and make him blue, and then click cross. Now it'll be a little bit easier to draw around it, so I'm going to go back to my plus button, and I'm going to go to the icon far on the right to select drawing and click my crayon. And I'm going to start by going around the horse's body. Lots of little lines, and get his mane in. Be a little bit more careful around the ear. Could have expanded it to make it a bit bigger and easier, but I forgot to do that. But I'll just go around his head. And his body, I'm doing it quite quickly. See if I can get rid of these. No, not a minute. And his feet. And up there. I'm just going to go a little bit further up to make his legs a bit taller. And that leg there, and that. So I've got the basic shape by drawing around it. I'm going to add some lines. Just make it look a little bit more like a sketch. Make his leg a little bit thinner there because it looked a bit fat. And draw on a round circle there. I'm expecting you'll take a lot more time than me and yours will be better. And I'm going to click on the blue horse and I'm going to delete it. So I've got my horse there. I'm not happy with the legs, but I'll leave them. Might just stick them down there. Right, I've got my mole, I've got my horse. What it might let you do is animate the whole picture. It's not going to let me do that. I don't want to add a comment. So I'm going to click on the mole. And when I click on it, there's options at the top. I'm going to click animate. And at the bottom, I've got 3 options. I can do add build in, add action, or add build out. I'm going to choose add build in. And I'm going to choose the option line draw. Then I'm going to click done. Then there might be an easy way to do this, but this is the way I do it. I'm going to click on line draw again. And it's got a duration button here. And I'm going to stretch it and make it 6 seconds long. And start on tap, that's fine. So I'm going to click done. I'm going to do the exact same for the horse. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click animate, add build in, line draw, done. Click on line draw again, duration. I'm going to make it also 6 seconds. What I need to do on this one though is go down. I don't want this one to start on a tap. I want it to start with build 1. Now I'm going to click done. Okay, just to check that they'll draw together, I'm going to click the play button at the top, tap the screen and check that they are drawing together. And am I happy with that 6 seconds? Yes, I am. I'm going to click it again. And now I need to add my text. So I'm going to click the plus button. And I am going to go on the shapes again to add the text, which is on basic, and it's right at the top. I'm going to drag it to make it a little bit bigger. Click in it. Sometimes you have to mess around. There we go. And the keyboard should come up. And now I need to think of a quote. I'm going to have a quite basic one here. I'm going to have kindness is everywhere. Kindness is everywhere. I'm going to have a full stop. I'm going to click off it. Right, I'm happy with that. However, I want it to look a little bit more like handwriting. So I'm going to click on my text. Then I'm going to click on the paintbrush at the top. And I'm going to click on the text in the middle. And I'm going to go to where it says font. And I'm going to change that to one that looks a little bit more like handwriting. And choose that one. I'm going to click back to text now. And I can make it bigger by clicking on this button at the bottom. Kindness is everywhere. I might have it like that. It looks a little bit better. If I wanted to change the colour, I could change the colour. Have it grey. I think I actually like it black. And now if I press play, I can see what happens. So the text has come up straight away, and I kind of want it to come in with the other ones and appear. So I'm going to click on my text and I'm going to click animate. And I'm going to click add build in, and the effect I want on my text is called keyboard. So I'm going to click on that and click done. Then you can see at the bottom at the left it says keyboard build in. I'm going to click on that. Duration, I want it the same duration, so that's going to be 6 minutes. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click on start with build 1, done, and click play. So I've got my mole, I've got my horse, I've got my message, kindness is everywhere. Now, if I was happy with this, what I need to do is save it to my camera roll. So I need to go to the circle button with the 3 dots in it and click on that. And I need to click on export. And then I need to choose movie. Don't need to change anything on this, and I'm just going to click export. And it should create the movie. And then when that's come up, if I scroll down, I can save video. and that should now go to my camera roll. What you can do on this is you can have colour. So if you go back to the drawing again, you could add a bit of a colour fill to the sky. You could add a rainbow. I'm not going to do it all now. I won't do it as a fill actually, I'll do it as a crayon. On the shapes, there's also a shape of a boy, so you might choose the boy's body to have a draw around. You might even draw a rainbow if you wanted to. And click on done for that one. And click on done there. And if I go back to my presentations, you can see that I've had lots of goes of trying these. I'm going to show you another one I made earlier, which is the boy sitting on the branch. And if I click play, you can see it works in the exact same way. So it's got the drawing of the branch and the boy, and the message for this one is "You are loved." So remember, what you might need to do is keep pressing pause on this video and playing it again and keep persevering with it. And I am positive you can come up with images that are much, much more creative than mine. Good luck and please share them.